Oh, bro, it's just like, dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in and you just get spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah, drop down, snap, and then after that, you just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get pitted. So pitted like that.
I got a fist full of whiskey, the bottle just bit me. We got lined up, shot down, firing back straight crown. Ticking like a time bomb, drinking till the night's gone. Get your hands off of this glass, last call my ass.
Whoa. Okay, so it's gonna be a bad day. Matt's here.
We gotta get through all these.
I didn't say that we had to do that.
Stash.
I think they weigh in a little bit heavier than some of them. They're not crazy high, but
Stash Bandicoot. An Imperial IPA.
so this is a 9%.
An Imperial IPA. Cryo hops. I may or may not have
The
three.
Cairo sounded familiar, but I think that's Cairo from something else.
Alpha Centauri Imperial.
So one's 8%, one's 8.7%, and one's 9%.
Well, obviously.
8, 8, 7, 9.
We obviously know where we're starting. 9.
Okay, boss.
We're going to Alpha Centauri.
It's your show.
You know there's 8 planets in the solar system? 7 after I destroy Uranus. Wow. Daddy likey. Okay. Oh, another one that will upset John. Solar. Here, let me turn that so the glass is correct so John can check it out.
That's why I grabbed that one. You want to stir things up.
Oh yeah, look at that, John. Does that look good or what? Even with a slow pour, I still fucked it up. Okay. Ooh, it's sweet. Just look. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Just shotgun them. Get some like 10. Get a sixer of or 2 sixers of Hop Slam, and just shotgun them.
I seen this video of a guy just shotgunning a beer, and typically I don't. But this guy was a bit older, so I thought it was funny. He was out deer hunting. He's out deer hunting, and guess what comes running up to him?
The game warden?
No, a coyote. A coyote right up to him. So he grabbed a Keystone Light, said here, and the dog, or the coyote kept acting like it wanted to pull it away. Well, it finally bit the can hard enough to put a hole in it. He goes, you son of a bitch, alright. And then he cracked it and just chugged it, and then gave the last little bit to the coyote.
Wow. Must have had a few
I was
already.
like, that's probably the craziest shotgun I've seen yet.
Keep seeing this thing advertised on TikTok. A shotgun. It's like you can lay the can over on its side and it pierces it and basically gives you the mouthpiece without shit going all over the place.
With the shotgun?
Yeah, and then you just open the can and...
I just say we take out your 50 Desert Eagle and blow a hole right through the top.
Prepare a can.
I haven't even taken a sip yet. I think this is going to be the least likely one for me.
That you like?
Yeah, likable.
So far, I would be...
It seems like it's more the fruity one.
It is. But it's very mellow. Like, I would have never guessed that this was a 9% beer.
That's true.
There's like nothing.
I was thinking it was going to be like that Centron, or Centennial or Centron IPA. And it kind of is. It just has a... It's always the aftertaste that does it for me. You know, like that back end. Always tastes a little funky.
Thanks, Matt, for tossing a slow one right over home plate there on that one.
Call that the slider.
It's like when the back end has that bad aftertaste. Do you get that thing I sent you?
No, I don't think so.
What's the difference between marijuana and a vagina? If you can smell it from across the room, it's usually pretty good pot. But not the other way around. It's like, oh, your flies and shit. Big flavor, intense pine and citrus aroma dominate this brew. We keep the malt profile clean in this Imperial IPA. Let the love light shine on the fine Northwest hops.
That's what I think I don't like. I don't like the mix of the hops and the pine. And I don't mind like pine flavor. I mean, I'll do gin anytime, but I don't like it necessarily in my beer. There's only been a few that I've ever had that I'm like, oh, this is pretty good.
Best IPA I've ever had. Now it's been like a decade. Was Sonoran Desert Prepper sent me Piney the Elder. Actually, for a long time, the can sat right there, and then somewhere I went in here and went, "How adolescent is that to have a collection of all my conquerors in the alcohol world?" So
Now we just do labels.
yeah, now we just turn the place into a sticker frenzy. Well, you got to admit, the stickers take up a lot less space. Well, by volume.
Depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we only have 42 comments.
That's good. That's less than normal, right?
Yeah. Trip the other day was 92, and I'm like, ah, man. Okay, so trickling in on the Pure Guava is Bad saying, missed the club again. Story of my life. An hour late and a beer short. First is Cold-Hearted Bastard. Phil says 2 thumbs up and 2 shots. Rich Huff says cheers all. J-Dog says here at home. BFC Podium Whiffer. Poco says that's ass you smell.
So a question for you.
Uh-huh.
You were saying that the beer I gave you was probably poop because there was 3 of them. Well, then you ended up rating it at 8.
Oh, I did. That's been other.
So the question, my last question is, did you even save 1 left? I know you drink at least 2. I watched the review. Okay. No, you can keep that. I just got another 12-pack of that shit. Oh, your fucking booty.
Crap, there isn't even any of that in this refrigerator.
No, I opened this one.
Oh.
Before I opened that one.
Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, it's like some bad vag right there.
Yes, yes it is. It's like the one you were just talking about. You can smell it from across the room.
You know, here's the thing. That brick is now, what, over 8 months? And I keep thinking to myself, I wonder if it's still good.
Cheese tastes good forever, dude. All you gotta do is cut off the edges.
Can you even, yeah, okay, Grandma. My grandparents never, ever threw out cheese.
Yeah, you don't have to.
It could be a big fucking moving mass of green, and Grandma's, you just cut it off.
Well, think about how long it sits there while they age it.
This is true, but I don't know. It gets into my psyche. I start thinking about all that big chunk of green foam that I just cut off the side of it. And
you know, a little bit of that, as long as you use it in very small moderations, it's good for you.
the next question is how would you know when Limburger went bad?
Smell it?
Because it smells good?
As long as you smell it?
It's like, it has no smell at all. It's bad, obviously. Okay. So I get notified at 12:30 that my brand new HK Tactical OR has been dropped off at my FFLs. And I know how they are. I have gone there one time following the gun when it was hand delivered by the auction house.
Yeah.
And they're like well, we got to get this into our records. We need more time, blah, blah, blah.
Who were you using?
stadium.
Okay, because if I order a gun, I want to know who you were
They're
using.
at
What do they charge? $40?
30.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's $10 more than bill. It's literally like if you took a gulp of air, you could probably get to your truck and get there before passing out.
I can probably walk there in the time it takes to have a smoke.
So I'm like, okay, I've now waited until like almost 3 o'clock. And I called and I just said, I got to run some errands, which that was my only errand. And I know you guys like a little time to get the guns logged in. Well, where's the gun coming from? Palmetto State Armory. Well, on any guns that we get shipped here, our policy is we like to wait 24 hours before we even log them into our books. I go, 24 hours is Thanksgiving. So what you're saying to me is I can't pick this up now until Friday. Are you open Friday? Yes. Fuck. You're killing me, Smalls.
Yes.
I said, how many people, no matter how many you already have, how many people buy a fucking new gun and fit? You know what? That's okay. I'll pick it up next week.
They just sit there, too. All day long, they just sit there.
I mean, what?
They don't really do much pawning at that pawn store. It's all guns is what they sell. But if you watch the guy, I think it's the owner, or at least part owner, and there might be two of them.
I think it's the owner and his son.
Yeah, the guy will sit in the back in that gun room at his desk all day and barely do nothing. He's good for talking, though, especially if it's about guns. But you wait for 24 hours, that's because you don't got shit to do, so you just don't like doing it.
You know, and if the thing is sent to you by like Palmetto State Armory, what is it that could possibly change in 24 hours other than my hostility? So,
Eric, that's something you don't say when you're going to pick up a gun, all right?
So officially, the only thing I'm missing now is the Olight and the holster. Now, normally Pete tells me that he mailed the thing, and he never did. So now I'm wondering if the dumbass
Didn't do it.
See, here's the thing. I talked to him on the phone. It wasn't a text. It wasn't an email. It was Pete. There might be other people out there that have an Olight Mini. I said, why don't you just hang on to the holster and my laser flashlight until I call you, because as of me ordering the holster, I didn't even know when I was even going to be able to order the gun.
Yeah.
And so, like, 24 fucking minutes later, he's like, dude, your holster will go out tomorrow. Dude! What the fuck? Pull the shit out of your ears. What did I tell you? Oh yeah, that's right. So you just want me to hang on to it until... Yes, just hang on to it. But I told him, I said, I'm expecting the gun to be here next week. I said, so if you could mail the holster on Monday, unless you have, like, Rich Huff said that he would get a holster from Pete, but he didn't think Pete had the gun to make a holster for a Smith & Wesson 10mm 2.0. Basically, I think it's like Christine's gun. And Pete goes, I have that blue gun. I can do that. So I told Rich, good to go. I'm assuming that Rich called Pete.
I like that.
That stuffed that bird.
Yeah.
So, but Pete never informed me on Monday if he mailed the holster or not. So I'm not being impatient. I mean, there's a chance that, see, I don't know if the gun is going to work in my present HK holster, because what Pete normally does on a threaded barrel is he doesn't make the holster longer. He just simply opens the end so that the threaded sticks out.
Yep.
And some people may say, I'd rather the whole thing was in a holster, but you have to understand the challenge that now happens. There's two things that stop the gun going into a holster: the trigger guard and the end of the gun. And if you extend the whole holster, now the only thing it hits is the trigger guard, and that can cause the gun to rock more in the holster. So I'm okay with the thread protector sticking out. If the thread protector starts to look like shit, just get another thread protector. Either way,
Why would you just put a thread protector on there? Why don't you just man up and put a freaking, put on some kind of brake or a silencer?
well, it's not gonna. I'm not
Oh,
gonna,
hell yeah!
I'm not
I've been
gonna
walking
care.
around like 007. Hey, check this out. Geesh, geesh.
No, you gotta do it like one of my characters that I like in the TV series, or I don't remember what channel it was on. It's a show I've been watching called Timeless. He carries a Glock 9mm. It looks like it's a G17, and he also has a holster for the can. So he'll take the gun out, and if he has to do some stuff, he's like, I think I do want to start saving some money and legally
Just
legally go in pursuit of a can.
get a little silencer.
The problem is like Jeremy says, get a can for a 45, and then you can run everything that you carry. 45, 10mm,
Yeah,
9mm.
I mean, no, I get that.
It's not going to
I
be
would-
as
I would-
quiet.
I would either do that. I would do one for a 45 or one for a 5.56. Because a 5.56 is going to be probably your most common gun. Think about.
I'd have to build a gun just for this, though. I have thought about
But
that.
do you know what I mean, though? Like you can put that on any gun. You've got
Every gun I
you've
have,
got so many 5.56s.
the brakes are already timed, though. Ooh, shit, look at how much. I'm anal. First I gotta level the gun, then I have to double check I've leveled the gun, and then when I put the brake on, I have to make sure that the little wibble, I got a little wibble for the gun and a little wibble for the brake, and they both have to have the same fucking bubble, okay? You forget who has OCD here.
I do.
I'm not really.
Well, I don't say I have OCD, but my mom does. So there are things that really pass on to me and my sister. Cleanliness.
But let me ask you something.
Certain some things I don't even care about. It can be a mess. Other things though, no, it's pretty much it's like a monk. I'm not doing
See,
nothing
like,
until this
like
gets
down
fixed.
here, you can see how OCD I am.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing, though. If you were gonna go do bad shit, let me rephrase.
I was like, Eric, what are we getting into on camera
if
here?
you were going to go do Patriot stuff, would you? Let's just say that you have both of these. Would you take your AR-10 and 308, or would you take a 5.56 to do Patriot stuff?
Well, 5.56 usually holds more rounds.
This is true, but
Also depends on how, well.
If you're
well, that's
wearing
what,
a-
but so that's no, but that's going to be, I think, a case by case scenario because it's just like hunting. What are you hunting now? If I am going to hunt a
people.
if I'm going to hunt a deer per se, I'm fine with the 3 or 4 round bolt action rifle because I'm gonna hit the shot probably every time. The second thing is now, am I going to hunt a bunch of feral hogs? Well, you could have a fucking stampede of 50 rushing at your ass. So yeah, guess what? I want the 5.56 because I'm going to be doing some Rambo shit, or maybe a little Scarface. Say hello to my little friend.
A lot of people that do hog hunting, they really like the 300 Blackout.
Yeah. What the hell?
See-
I've been looking at potentially a new rifle, a new bolt action, or a lever action. I want the lever action 4570 Gov from Marlin. But
You want to be riding on the back of your horse and be able to go like this?
I might have to. I told you about my buddy. He's trying to get a new deer hunting gun because his is just not cutting it. So I'm gonna go take him out shooting, give him some suggestions, and maybe we'll see. I could potentially build a couple for us or order order a couple, because he's got some money. And if I could build something, I was looking at like a 300 Win Mag. I shouldn't say building, because really I'm just adding a lot of customization to it. But the 300 Win Mag I thought might be a nice round. The 75 Gov for sure, but that's for the lever action.
You know, there's a company that makes that in semi-auto.
What's that?
A 4570. Imagine that.
Dude, you're gonna be staring straight down that barrel after probably 3 shots. Dish, dish, dish.
I thought when... Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought when I'm drawing a blank on the company now. The company that first built the first 300 Win Mag, the Omen semi-automatic. I think you just gave a score.
Yeah. For the first one, because we're changing.
Oh.
I gave it a 7. I'm guessing you'll probably go higher, but I'm going 7. Oh, damn! Alright. Hey, that don't happen too often with me and you.
Okay, this one I'm guessing is going to be lighter on the mouthfeel and well, I don't know about the flavors, but it definitely has less of a deep amber to it. And I don't know if it's just me, it has no smell at all. It smells like a tennis shoe.
I was gonna say, I'm getting the smell and it don't smell good.
I was gonna say,
You really gotta bury your nose in it.
it has kind of a linen, kind of a...
Alright, that's actually got a heavier flavor than I thought. And I actually thought the first one was gonna be my least favorite.
You have a new least favorite?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm already willing to give you.
It tastes like an IPA with like
But
a booty hole that can with it.
what the hell is that at the end?
Like booty hole.
That smell is the taste that is the last
It's
thing in your mouth.
booty fucking hole, man. It's not good.
Wow. I might.
I'm gonna go out for a smoke. I'm gonna take this with me. If I come back with nothing, I really was thirsty.
Tripped. I tripped coming down. I tripped on Marshall's.
Oh shit.
Okay, this is.
Shit.
This is probably
You're gonna rate that with 1 sip?
yes.
You better take a second just to make
Okay.
sure.
In case you see it, the can scribbled out and changed. Okay, I'll try to get a few of these. There's only got to be like 36 comments tops left because there's 42 when we started.
Just make sure when I come back you have like a little arts and crafts board over here for me so I can keep myself busy and quiet. I heard, through the grapevine that was
Hey,
that was
new
recommended.
plan.
That was recommended.
How do I accomplish 2 goals at the same time? Hey Matt, how do you feel about assembling a 2-foot-long Star Trek Enterprise model?
Oh man, that would be awesome. That would be just really, really awesome.
Too bad.
No, I could sit and tie some gunslings for you.
Too bad Charlie isn't. It's the paint. I have to figure out all the frickin' paints, and I need to get a sprayer, and I have the air compressor. I need everything else, and I don't know shit about it. I'm guessing I need a gravity feed sprayer, the one with the tank on the top.
A little top small brushes.
Yeah, but
actually, if you got one of those, dude, you can make your own awesome badass shirts though. Have you seen any of those shirts? Like how quick and easy they are to do that airbrushing?
Well, I need to come up with a new career because I basically already told Greg. I said it's
a matter of time.
The fuse has been lit.
It's a matter of time.
He's like, So what's the story? You never told me what you wanted to do. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like this week. And I go, well, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I said, fuck the company. I don't give a fucking shit about forward progress. Well, every day we're not here, it's just getting colder. Well, guess what? Thursday and Friday sound pretty fucking miserable. Next Monday actually is warmer than what tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be blustery and a high
You're going
of...
to be working out in the cold either way, so
Yeah.
what does it matter?
I said, you know what? I'm not fucking... I'll see you on Monday. Well, I go, you could work all you want. Too late, I already called in our time. That's what I thought.
Hey, I think after that booty hole taste is in your mouth, it gets better.
I suppose. I mean, just once you've, licked
Because you
it.
go back to the initial front taste instead of the back taste.
Wait a second.
You fig-
Is it a conspiracy?
Fake
Have you
news.
been down here?
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
Put a condom on the tongue.
This was sent to deal with you, by the way, in case you missed that comment.
You've already said that several times.
Wait,
You're being rude. You're fake news. You're fake news. Stop being rude.
So now two of the four things that you got here at your thing are for me, or to deal with me. So with that said, to any of you fucking haters, this man's still going strong. Oh yeah!
not only has he not been fired, he is now firing people.
Dude. Oh my God! No,
Jesus, that's like the most excited I've seen you since the last time you bought like a bag of pot.
no. Okay. So I already told you this guy. The one I reported, he got fired. Not because of me, because literally he switched over the other week, and he did the same shit again, falling asleep within 3 days.
Wait. Before Smile Money can say anything about you, the guy is running a line. Doesn't do a fucking thing about the line. It's still running. Goes out to his truck and falls asleep. There's fucking shit falling all over the place. What the fuck did he think? I mean, how long can you walk away from that machine before fucking molten balls start stacking up on the floor, for fuck's sake?
Some lines it's literally like 5 minutes. Other lines you could potentially run it for like 12 to 18 hours without any issue ever happening. Now, is that typical? No, it's probably eventually a ball or a slug's going to come out and it's going to cause a jam with the ball system. So you're basically there to pick that stuff up, remove any obstructions so they keep rolling.
As a
But-
responsible person, the most I could walk away from a line is okay, I'm jonesing. I gotta have a cigarette. I open an outside door. I'm smoking outside and I keep looking over my shoulder.
I do that on occasion on line 4. That's the only line you can do it on.
Talk about an irresponsible idiot.
Yeah. Well, anyways, yeah. He got canned. And I told you this already upstairs. But what I didn't tell you is I totally forgot this morning. And I just said this on the last review, so it's fucking hysterically hilarious. You get called up to the office today. And the boss is like, hey, well, that dude's fired, so I'm sure you've heard there's more mandatory overtime. I'm like, great, yes, I did already hear. Well, I'm signed up for Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Actually, about that, we're not considering any overtime that people have already signed up for to be part of it. Because they have to do the math, and they already banked those hours, So I get that, and I still said I'm fine with that. I'll probably end up picking up a few before Christmas. I mean, it's that time of year. I got to make some money and get some good gifts for the family. Well, so okay, that's done and gone. Well, he goes, yeah, there's one more thing. I'm like, okay. He goes, we found another pipe today, and we can guarantee it's from last night. You know anything about it? I said, a pipe? You mean like a smoking pipe? Like, he goes, yeah. I'm like, I got no clue. Whoever keeps fucking leaving these pipes around, that's costing them a lot of money. Well, because, I mean, glass isn't fucking cheap usually. And I'm telling you, this is like probably the 7th one in the past year. Well, I know it ain't me. I don't fucking smoke or drink anything like that at work. Even if they gave us the green light, I'm using heavy machinery, you know, like just one slip up, you don't have an arm. Or, you know, whatever the case, you could be dead.
No matter what Smile Money thinks, still responsible at work.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, another thing is, besides I don't want to fuck myself up, I don't want to fuck someone else up, and I have bills to pay and mouths to feed, so I take my work very seriously because that's my livelihood and my son. But anyways, so I'm like, nope. But if it's from, he's like, well, do you have any information? I'm like, well, if it's from last night, me and Gary are on the line fucking all damn night. So unless we're smoking on the line, there's not a whole lot of opportunity for us to really burn other than our breaks. And even then, that's not much time. So I was like, then you got the team lead. Dude, he's ready to retire. And he has talked to me. He told me he used to smoke weed, but he doesn't anymore. Because he's paranoid about, you know, work and whatnot. And I told him, well, now it's legal. You can start burning. He's like, not till I retire. So I doubt it's him, because he's pretty legit. There's only one other guy. He's out in the warehouse. He did one order, which I could do 3 in by 3 a.m. One order. And then at 3 a.m. he comes out and says, hey, I need your help to move the rail car. So I go help him. What did you do all fucking night? I said, that's all I can tell you. My boss was like, well, that's not any kind of, that's nothing I can use. I'm like, I'm not trying to give you something to use. I'm just telling you.
Smoking.
He's the only motherfucker that fits the bill. So, but they can't fire another warehouse guy, I don't think. They've already taken their days and put them on nights. They're all split up. There's another guy threatening to quit. If he gets put on nights, he's fucking quitting. And he's the bottom of the seniority poll. So you know he's going to nights because shit goes downhill. But if they put him on nights, he says he's done. He'll quit that day. So it's like they're starting to hurt real bad. That's why I told you get a job with me, production. It's pretty easy. Otherwise, I know it's not your preferred job.
No, it's I don't want to do nights.
No, I get that. But there's ample opportunity to go to days pretty quick lately.
The rate in which the flies are dropping.
Well, they're fucking just dumb. I think people are just working as long as they can to get unemployment.
Well,
I mean,
you know,
they go to work and they just get fucked up. It's like, what the hell? You can't fucking do that. Like, I like to get fucked up. Trust me, I'm the first one like, hey, let's go. But not at work.
Why don't you tell them, if you found a fucking pipe, it's going to have fingerprints on it.
I actually did think about that after I had the conversation. I'm like, well, why even tell them? What's the point? So you know what I did after work first thing?
Cleaned all your pipes?
No, I walked on and made sure I had my pipe still in my truck. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't in my truck. I left it at home. But I was like, did I leave it in my truck and it fell out? You know, it happens. Usually they break then, but still.
Oh, speaking of that.
Yeah, I'm going to go have a smoke. Speaking of that, well, I'll stick around for this.
Obviously, I'm not playing this for anybody but you. Here, I better turn the sound off so you can't. Look at that fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you... Now imagine losing that at work.
I'm going to guess it's like probably $300 or more easily. Some of those are like $1,200. You just never know.
Jesus Christ! It looks like some kind of science
That's like
experiment.
That's like right now. You know, you're looking like I likey. Of
wow.
course, could be better, but she's nice. All right, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Bad says greetings, Captain. Greetings, my brother. Then he says, "What hijinks do you have planned for Thanksgiving?" Well, I was hoping that my family was going to visit. I just paused for effect because they'll hear me say this. But evidently, more immediate family members require a close observation, which is disappointing. Right now it's just me and Christine. Sam and Gage are going to Gage's family, and I'm stuck with Christine. Poco subcomment. Poco says Matt's sister. Then Bad says maybe a tag team with Matt's sister and his mom. And then Poco says definitely something worth giving thanks for. My God. Bad. My EDC knife is a K-Bar Dozer Folding Hunter. Yes. At one point in time, I would be able to probably draw you a picture of that, and I cannot remember what that looks like. When it comes to a knife, I don't know. I realize it's down here. Tardisius gave me this guy as my work knife, and as you can see, it spent a lot of time there. I brought it down here to try to get a good edge back on it because it is I don't even remember what steel it is. It is not D2. It's one of those ones that it's just a beast for getting an edge on it. But once you can get that edge on it, it does seem to hold it a long time. I probably should put this back in my pocket, but I just... Oh, that's... Wow. Wow! Your knife is not from Holland? Okay, it's not really shaving like you would want it to, but it does clear a path. Yeah, this poor thing has just seen so much abuse. But I should probably really bring it back upstairs and at least put it in my pocket. My primary EDC at work is my Leatherman. And it was quite obvious today I need to look into ordering new teeth for the wire cutters, because it does nothing now but just fold the wire over, so you end up with a lightning bolt. Poco, hey there, baby. Poco. Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. Bad. I had some of that ultra right beer. If but again, don't remember much about other than that it tastes like beer. That's probably a good thing. Salty, don't mistake my nakedness for kindness. Tardisia says, Hi-yo sober, naked and away with cowbell. Miss 27 says, naked or not, you're coming with me. Tardisius, that's fine. Cowbell haters. In 3. In 2. In 1. Smile money, grasshopper, grind them up with basically that is the taste. Yummy. I've had ground up grasshoppers. Smile Money, Big Kettle. Contact Brewing in Georgia. Might be the company that brews Ultra Right beer. I guess maybe I'll be closer to answering that when I review it. Smile Money, pretty sure your comment about our forefathers deserved a bullshit button. George Washington was only president, not infiltrated with a political party. Not affiliated with the. No, I can tell you right now, if you could bring up our founding fathers and ask them, do you align with the Republicans or the Democrats? Not a single one of our founding fathers would align with a fucking libtard, anti-American, child-hating, company, country, person, anything. I'm just saying. Smile Money. Matt Life as a snitch was the first revealed in his biggest rat event, turning in a fellow employee for stealing salmon from the lunchroom refrigerator. Too bad he's missing all this. He was fired from the job for safety violations. So, in the new job, he has learned that turning in everyone for safety violations has its perks, and he is consistently awarded Employee of the Month. Scourge says, he's a snoop, you say? And he lets him see all of the good shit? Smile Money says, maybe Eric needs to check him for a wire. Perfect timing. Cheapo Gun Guy. Jude, you're no Cary Grant. Maybe the 1960s Joker, though. Just maybe. Nah, Pee Wee Herman, but Pee Wee Herman that believes in
They're already kind of half filled, but I just opened them yesterday. Have you tried these yet? Spicy nacho? I'm more of a ranch guy.
I think I have, unless it's something new.
Sorrio's gone for so long. I know some people are happy, some people are sad.
You missed a few good Smile Money slams.
My grandma called me. I had to run home and help her. So, it took me a couple extra minutes. She's trying to make pumpkin pie and she can't open any of the containers. So, I had to go use my...
I bought a pumpkin pie.
I had to use my strength, all of, like... to open stuff for her. I don't know why I can't open this stuff anymore, Grandma. It's okay. It's because you're getting old.
Carlos P. Enos. Who is the redhead with the Mosin?
I do like your Mosin. And I'm telling you, that is one of the best additions you did, was listen and put that Boyd stock on there.
Christopher still isn't happy.
Why?
Because the thing was, like, he thought the accuracy would change.
Yeah.
Carlos, you're probably never going to hear me say this, because this was on the pumpkin spice, and it was the girl in the thumbnail. I have no idea, but she's hot as fuck. And she's holding a Mosin. Rich, I acquired some of this year's Hop Slam tonight. Looking forward to trying it tomorrow when properly chilled.
You know, it's not bad. I wasn't impressed this year.
Matt Davis says, what? No, Matt, you're killing me, Smalls.
I'm here, buddy. I'm here.
Rich Huff, yes, one of my comments yesterday got deleted. I'll send it to you tomorrow. Then he says, wow, they even deleted it from my view. I'll text you with a summary. McLean, oh God. I'll bet you that Spyderco is the only knife you have made in the USA. that steel, or what steel is that blade? Well, if you're so fucking smart, McLean, why don't you tell me?
You said that there's a hole in the blade?
Well,
But I mean, that's supposed to be there.
CPM S30V. Golden, Colorado, USA. Earth.
You'd probably just have to look up the actual knife itself and see what the description is on either the user manual or like when you look it up online. That's like my penis when it meets whiskey.
These are rather pricey knives.
Yeah, they are. I've never had
You told me to carry it for 3 days.
I've never had one of those personally from that brand, but I've got another off-brand one that I have that's just like the Spyderco that I've used, and actually, you know where I put it? My fishing tackle box. It's good. It's sharp and it's small, so it's good cutting fish line and whatever I need to use out on the ice.
I don't know if I should change my score and lower it or stick with what I have.
Well, the more I've drank it, the better it's gotten, but I think that's just because I already got the shit in my mouth. But that's what reminded me, oh, I got chips we can snack on. My vote goes up from my first initial taste, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I don't know if that helps you, but I mean, like, it's better after the first sip. I'm not saying it's great by any means.
So what's your score? Personal favorite?
I'm gonna go 5.5.
Ooh.
I was probably at a 3 on my initial taste.
See, I didn't up it. It hasn't gotten worse as I'm drinking it. I might have revised that now to a 4.5. And then that leaves us with one
Bandicoot,
stash.
the hazy. I'm wondering if it's got some apricot in it because it's Bandicoot. Packed with a stash of Citra, Tanum, and Chinook Cairo hops. Oh, look at that. Discover a juicy jungle with notes of apricots and red berries. So I was right. In this hazy. With hazy Imperial IPA.
How do you call that hazy?
I don't know. I'm just reading off the can, man.
Your fucking urine is
Don't hate the messenger.
fucking urine is hazier than that.
How would you know what my urine looks like?
Oh, I've seen it. I always keep a little sample of it right here in case I have to do a piss test and want to get fired.
I was going to say you shouldn't use mine. Actually, no. My piss, there's nothing wrong with my piss. Might show that I'm a little dehydrated, but...
And pregnant.
Wow.
Wrong piss.
You went there.
McLean, I love my dad, but he's a hardcore nerd Democrat. Doesn't like pews or knives or nothing. I think I was switched at birth. If I didn't have a genetic bing bong, I'd swear oh, excuse me. I'd swear we were related.
You know, way off topic. I don't know why this came up, but something I forgot to tell you.
Nice pussy.
You've met my brother before, haven't you?
Yeah?
He's got his second interview as the mall manager coming up like in this next week. After the whole fiasco with the roof caving in and shit, that manager, every store manager hated her, and they fucking used her and threw her under the bus, but she deserved it. But yeah, I suppose my brother's... I mean, that's really the only other promotion at that mall. He's worked at damn near every store as a manager. He goes and trains other managers, you know, in other stores. So I mean, he's a good manager. So
What does that job entail?
I don't know. We thought it might be a long shot for him, but we're like, you know, my advice was like, hey, at least try. What's it gonna, you're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So then he put in his resume, and he never thought he'd hear anything back. And now he's doing his second interview. So he knows everyone at the mall. He's been working there for damn near 20 years.
Is he liked?
Yeah.
Then he's. My guess is being there that long, being that associated and liked by all of the people that manage and or own shops in there. He'll probably get it.
Well, and I don't know what anyone else knows. I don't even know if you know, but he doesn't swing the same way I swing. But he's very clean and professional, and
Probably even better for that.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. Like
I've seen the house.
He's very nice.
I was like,
oh yeah, you went up to his house to help.
White glove this bitch everywhere. Even on the back side of the bottom of the toilet. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Maybe a little Lysol or something.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's Lysol from yesterday. No, he seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah, we never got along growing up, and we really haven't talked much as an adult, but whenever he needs a hand, I'm always there to help him.
Hey, it's like I've always said. I have my personal thoughts. Doesn't change a lot of things. And when it comes to a scenario like that, and of course, one of my more idiotic friends, Hector, you do you. Hector never preaches his shit onto me. And the fact is, we both fucking rip on each other for this, that, and the other thing.
Just like men, we rip on each other. That's the man thing to do.
It's like just like Wade constantly says, Matt, if we weren't fucking picking on you, that's when I'd worry. And that's the same with a lot of things. And some people
I really ain't worried too much.
Some people just never get it.
Sometimes I get irritated with some of the comments because it's like, where the fuck is that coming from? Like, I guess maybe I didn't explain it well enough and you totally misunderstood that. So I'll get irritated with some of those things, but I take it with a grain of sand. If I was that upset, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't watch the videos. I wouldn't look at the messages. I know that. Fuck. If you're under 60 on this block, our fucking hand wave is this. Is that not the truth, though? We respect the elders and, always give them the nice wave, but pretty much anyone under 60, especially all the guys that know each other, driving by, it's, fuck you. And then they go and park two doors down and walk over. Hey, you want a beer? That's the neighborhood we live in.
Wade, speaking of that, we all carried knives, and during hunting seasons, everyone had rifles or shotguns in their cars. Today, if you point your finger at someone, they scream, "Gun, idiots." Yeah, no shit. There was a kid who was suspended because he drew a picture of a gun.
Did I ever show you my son's drawing from school? He used to do it on his homework. He got 100%, and he's in 3rd grade. Or no, 5th grade. He was in 5th grade. 5th grade, always getting 100% on his scores, and he'd be so far ahead, like he'd be done while everyone's still working. He would draw on his assignments. Didn't I show you when he drew John Wick? All the buildings in the background and just gun after gun after gun. He's got like 7 guns and bullets flying and fucking like John Wick going like I don't know how. I was never addressed. I'm sure Noelle was maybe talked to, but she never said nothing to me.
Maybe he actually had a teacher who had a fucking brain.
But here's another thing. So anyone that wants to say, "Oh, you're a bad parent. He's in 5th grade. He should not be watching John Wick." He did just finally watch John Wick within the last year. He's now 13. He got that whole John Wick and shooting from Fortnite. Not that you've ever played it. Maybe you've seen some
I'm not sure it's helping your cause.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying I did not have him watching the movies. He was playing it from his Fortnite game, which, yeah, that's violent. You run around and shoot people. That's pretty much half the video games that are out there nowadays. You're racing, you're running around shooting people, or it's like a Mario where you're jumping on bad guys.
See, I disagree with these liberal cunts that think somehow if you or your children are watching violent things, that is going to make you a violent person.
Oh, I think it should. I think, well, maybe not violent. How about this? It should open your eyes to the possibilities of how bad people are in this world. Not everybody, but you have to be able to defend yourself. You have to keep yourself aware of your surroundings. You know, you have to be ready for anything because you don't know what that other person's going to do with any interaction with anybody. You never know who you're dealing with unless you have a pretty good, you build that relationship. Any stranger, fuck, you don't know. They could be batshit crazy.
That still may not be a game or a movie. That would be you as a parent.
Yeah, but I'm just saying those movies, you can use those to talk. Like, why did he do this? Well, this guy was mentally crazy, or this guy just, he loved killing people. Whatever the case may be. Or this is a rapist. They go do this regularly.
Because some people are bad.
See, but those movies, you can have those discussions after they watch. Like, what the hell was that horror? Like, well, that happens quite often, actually.
Unfortunately. Miss 27 says 34th. That's the case. There's only, 8 more comments. Then he said, I'd buy that for $1. Then Tom says, I would like to send my wishes to Captain Dick Nozzle and all of his misfits for a safe and happy Thanksgiving. You too, Tom. And also, relay my my thoughts, and same thing for Wayne. Switching 3 different phones. I'm not sure if you guys are still really heavy into the Moonshiners stuff on. I don't even remember what app it was. If so, let me know. I can make sure that it's on this phone. Sharky, catching up again. Wow. Hey, Chris. Wow. HK Parts. Wow. So Bunky has a P30L John Wick edition Pew. Nice. Remind me to beg her to have me shoot that the next time I'm over there. I got to shoot it. It wasn't dolled up, all dolled up as the John Wick one. The comp was laying in the case.
Which one was this?
Was it John Wick 2?
What gun?
An HK.
Yours?
Well, I would like to relieve Bunky of at least one pistol in her collection. And
I could probably say 2, but I know there's the one that I want. She would never get rid of.
Well, this is one that I know she doesn't like because she shot mine, and that's the VP9. She supposedly has a VP9, and I'm like, I would be happy to help you, but she never sells anything. But she happens to have the P30, the L, and she has it slides onto the accessory rail, and then it makes a comp on the end. Mm-hmm. So it stays in place, and the barrel retracts and then slams back against it. And that was a replica of a John Wick gun. I think it was John Wick 2. I'm not even sure. And she brought it up. She brought it out for me to shoot, but she didn't want to bring that out. She thought it was the one that I would like to take away from her collection.
She's a little thicker than you would think looking at her face. Like her face looks really skinny.
Not to mention she's about to light her ass on fire.
But she's cute. I gotta say, she's cute. Hey, anyways, when you're done with this, by the way, reading the comments before you go to Mug Club. Mug Club, sorry. I said plug. I'd like to hear these Smile Money zingers that you said. I missed a couple good ones.
Just as you were actually walking in.
That's fine. Finish the comments, and then I'd like to hear them.
Sharky, intro babe, yes please. Hey, I shot the M1 and didn't get my finger hurt.
Same.
Did manage to introduce a jam, so there's that. That would that round did poke out a bit and got caught. Yeah, I think it was probably a projectile that was loaded long.
I would love to have one of those M1 Grands. That's a beautiful gun.
I would too. Unfortunately, I'm just a caretaker. Sharky 1046. Lovely orange babe. Yes, Dutch. Okay. Let's, oh yeah. She's all covered in nothing but paint.
Do you know the gun I want from Bungie? She'd never do it because it was a gift from Dave.
Sharky made it halfway, but yet again, it has to be a two-parter. Bravo 9. First shot count called in I don't know how long. B9 is a hit.
She's cute too.
B9 is a hit. Going to the club. She has one of those?
Yeah, Dave bought it for her for like her birthday or something.
Oh, hers
That's
is a
when
9mm.
Oh, is it 9? That's
Yeah.
even better. I can't remember. It was a black medallion.
Yeah,
I think it was black medallion or whatever. It's the Browning 1911. It's a fucking beautiful gun. I would love that gun so much. I actually wanted to buy it that day, and Dave bought it, but I didn't have the money for it at the time anyway, so it didn't matter.
Ugh. God.
This one worse?
I gotta have chip lubrication.
Get yourself something sweet off the shelf, some bamboo. You'll have no problem with that aftertaste. Actually, I think this one. I don't know how you feel about this one. This one's probably my favorite. I don't care. I already got mine. I'll tell you what mine is. Mine's 8.5.
I was gonna go with 7.
This
It's
one was better than I thought, especially after drinking this. But this one's definitely my favorite one. This last one.
Jeez, how could I possibly do the intro beer for this one?
Hop Valley. Just Hop Valley Brewing. Have a picture of this right here. I mean, see if you can find this online. Just that picture.
I'm gonna have to. Otherwise, there's gonna be more beers flying around than a fucking mosquito tent.
Hey, you know what though? That might not be a bad idea either. Get them all confused, just like we're feeling after the show.
Okay.
You never read my Smile Money comments. Asshole.
EMT says jail B8. B8 is a hit. This game is done because that ship is sunk. Cobra managed to actually pull a what was a pretty a generic looking board. Nice.
So it's done. Who's doing this next board? Is it figured out yet or what?
I don't think anybody asked.
I haven't done it for a while. I'll set this board up. I'll show everyone what it is. We'll see how well they're paying attention. I'll just literally show them.
It's done.
I'm kidding. I won't.
So we ended up with Poco had 2, Hector had 1, EMT had 2.
Are you doing your drawing today, or are you going to do it tomorrow?
Tomorrow at best.
Tomorrow at best.
If there is a tomorrow. I'll be sitting at home going, the motherfuckers at Stadium won't let me come get my gun. Cunts. Okay. Oh, and EMT says,
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
yeah. Smile money. Happy Thanksgiving and cheers, Clippers. Cheers, Smile money. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
You know what? That was the first time this was brought up. Yes, you're right. Happy holidays. I wish everyone awesome Thanksgiving. Eat yourself full of turkey and get real tired. Take that nap on the couch.
See, you were supposed to not eat today, so you'd have room for tomorrow.
Oh, in one last tip, set your scale back 10 to 15 pounds.
Bad club time? Greetings, clubbers. And salty with the last one, SH Double Naked Club. Oh, that's it, folks.
Damn.
You can find her on, well, the one before, you can find her on Pornhub.
She's real cute.
Okay, hour 6.
That's not a bad show.
It's a really good shoe.
Like bitches.
Probably see you tomorrow. Cheers.